Good afternoon, everyone. It's lunchtime. Back with Genshin, and I broke out of the Fortress of Mirrorpeat again just to do our dailies. So, it came to my attention as I was logging off stream yesterday that my mic got muted again in the last 10 minutes of stream. And I have no idea how or why. I reloaded OBS after stream. I just went to go test it. Reloaded OBS. It wasn't picking up the microphone. And it was not muted. The button was not slid down to turn it off or anything. No idea. Rebooted the machine, my computer, still did it. I was just like, oh crap, don't tell me my new headset is already busted. Grabbed my husband's headset, plugged it in, it worked, and then replugged in mine, and it worked. So I don't really know what caused it. So we're definitely keeping an eye on that. I am still using the PS4 controller, just to see if it happens one more time. If it happens again Monday, because we're still going to be doing Genshin, I will use the PS5 controller and see what happens. Because it wouldn't surprise me if it's just something, messing in the wiring in the PS4 controller. It's, PS4 controller. I've had it since my second or third year having my PS4. So it was quite a while. Quite a while. Hi, honey. How you doing? Ow, my back. I leaned back in the wrong way. All right, grab my books. We are not condensing resin because we're going to go fight Chaska's boss. But we are going to do this because I did let it reset yesterday. Been busy today? Well, that kind of sucks. But it is Friday. Has the weather been okay outside? Because I know the phone was saying, lining out the forecast for it to be absolute ass. And it looked like it rained, but I never heard it. Never heard it, and it kind of almost looks like it evaporated at this point. Kind of hoping I can run the trash out before any snow comes in. Haven't seen anything. Been out. Okay. I am crossing my fingers. I know the snow is supposed to start sometime soon, but our phone's been dirty little liars lately. Like, the guesstimate is wrong. So I have no doubt that we are getting snow, but it might not appear until like 6 o'clock. Whee! So again, no main on stream today for a couple reasons. The first and foremost is that I do want to really try to get through at least this portion with the Fortress of Mirrorpeat. And I don't know how much more is left. But there wasn't much for me to do on my main, if I'm being honest, because all I did was condense resin and do the artifact route. Because I want to use the resin tomorrow for weapon domain because I actually got Arlecchino's weapon. And for whatever reason, I thought I had enough of the goblets, and I didn't. Give me my chicken. So it took 66 pity to get to the 5-star for Arlecchino's weapon. But once I got that, I was just like, all right, I can start building pity on her banner and try for C2 Lanyon. I had 3 wishes, I think. And I was like, oh man, you're really going to take me to pity for a 4-star? Dang. So I grabbed the glitter and ended up pulling a C1 Arlecchino in 4 pulls. There is a delay in my button presses, just to let you know. Oh, my ping is fine though, so that's a connection issue with the PlayStation. Keeping an eye on it, keeping an eye on it. But yeah, I was just like, okay, single pull, give me my 4-star, gold, Okay. Ugh. Got Arlecchino. I was like, cool. I still need Lanyon. Next pull was a Lanyon, which was awesome. And then I got another Lanyon right after. So I'm, as much as I wouldn't mind C2 Arlecchino, because that would be the ultimate goal for her, for me, is her C2. I'm not going to push it. And I actually would like to save for Risley. And it was like, well, you're just building pity. It's not going to be a bad thing. Well, it kind of is, just because one, you can't predict when you're going to get that 5-star, man. Like I said, it only takes one pull. But I would like to know I have enough in the bank to either A, lose the 50-50 and guarantee him, or potentially get his C1. Because if I remember right, Risley is another one of the characters that kind of wants a C1.
Take me up.
I thought two Ulanians came every Arlecchino. So if you didn't catch my husband's stream yesterday doing his 4-star only and Traveler account, he ended up with a 5-star as well in a 10 pull, and he managed to get Arlecchino. Oops, I wasn't aiming first. And in that pull, he ended up with 2 Lanyons. So he got his C2 Lanyon as well. So he was lucky enough for that account, actually, incredibly lucky. He got Lanyon on a previous pull, so he could actually choose Sing Cho for Lantern Right. So all good. He's got some pretty goated characters now. Looking at his teapot is actually kind of funny because that's where all the 5-stars are sitting. If you hear the fan, I apologize. I have the little one on for my desk. It is getting very, very warm in here. And we only have the temp set to like 70. Although it is supposed to be like touching 40 outside, so that might be why. Ooh, heat wave. So yeah, overall, good pulling sessions on my main and his alt yesterday. Hopefully we'll be able to have some of that magic over here, maybe see an early Clarand. Tomorrow we will be getting the 5 wishes from the shop reset. I want to take it with a grain of salt saying that the 10 pull will come in one lump sum, but the way they usually deal with primos in the mail is that it comes in waves. So I don't know if we're going to have a 10 pull right away or not. But we will get some primos again. And then we have the Imaginarium Theater. So we'll have some wishes for Monday.
Time to say hello.
Sure, bomb. Say cheese. Let's fly.
There's no way to this.
Well, at least you didn't back away and regain your health, bastard. Oh, so I'll give an explanation or description when I get over here. But I was doing the artifact route on my main this morning, and I was running around with Arlecchino and her team, and I run up the stairs, and somehow she clips into this bottom part of this. Oh yeah, Frina just did it. Like she clipped down here, and just like slid all the way over here. It was weird, and I don't know why this piece is doing that now. Oh, there we go. Overrun. And I know we're still a ways off of AR 40, 48. Wow, 58. I don't know if I'll increase the world level to world level 9 just yet. I want to make sure our characters are well ascended. I did not fly on her gun. Bad me. Because whereas I would like the increased drops from the bosses and stuff like that, I'm not sure about these characters could handle enemies at 103. I think I'm gonna do some pulls on the Chronicle Wish banner for the 4 stars in me account. I think it'll be fun and will be my only chance for Yanfei. That is true. That is your only chance for Yanfei. Like, even for my main. So this is the sad thing. My main, I want Zhao. I've been wanting Zhao since I started playing the game. And then it's like, oh, he only comes around for Lantern Rite. That's okay. I would much rather him have his own banner and the pity carry over for me to attempt Zhao than the frickin' Chronicle Wish and not get Jack. Because my main has never wished on a Chronicle Wish before. Which actually reminds me, I'll check the history here on the second account, because this account did wish on the original Chronicle. I'm just kind of curious if I did attempt to try to get Klee after, or if I immediately started saving for Kazuha. I want to say I started saving for Kazuha.
Good. You're free now. Be free.
Hard hitting exclusive.
Wow, he just charged right at that thing.
Looks like I went too far.
I think you pulled some. I might have. I think I tried a little bit and then was just like, no, I gotta start saving. But like I said, I'll check. It doesn't change my plans for going for Clarand. There's not really. I don't think there's really a character I would want on this account. So I mean, I could go after something like what the hell is it called? The Jade Cutter. But truth be told, I don't really know who would use it. Run. I literally tapped the button. I didn't hold it. Why did you want to hit your head? Silly boy. Run. I don't know why you decided to go at the screen. You're being weird. Do you need cabbage? Liwe. Liwe. You know what's crazy? The memory of dust would be great for Lanyan. It's attack based, right? Okay. Smooth sailing. I think Chaska can just take this out without setting anything up.
Let's fly. Open fire.
The wrong
Yep.
test subject.
Locked on.
Test subject.
Yeehaw! Alright, let's see if these assholes aggro me. Or are they not alive? Are you actually not alive? Huh. 2 days in a row I had the two that wander up that path aggro me on my main. I'm like, I'm standing in the same spot I am every day. There's no way you're seeing me. Unless you're just onto my shenanigans now.
Take me up.
Attack base, 20% shield strength on hit increases attack by 4% for 8 seconds, stacks 5 times while protected by a shield. This attack. Wow! That's actually really good for Lanyan.
Let's fly. Take me up.
And it's raining, so we don't have to worry about the boars. There's a chest for killing them? I did not know that.
Dividing the loot is often a cause of conflict, but luckily for you, I don't really need this stuff.
I did not know that. I'll have to go check that on my main.
Take me up. Open fire. Locked on. Locked on. Open fire.
Alright, those are done. I think we only need 4 drops for Joska. Yeah. So effectively 2 runs, which is going to be 2 runs regardless. I don't know why I just didn't do this. Just open my map for me. Thank you. Alright, so 2 runs, and then we're done with this. And then we'll move on to the next character. Which will probably be Auroron. Auroron.
Let my name echo in song.
Tell me what you see. Not too far now.
Breaking news. Say cheese. Open fire.
Fuck you, Dendro Chicken.
Bullseye.
Got 3. Cool, so we'll have an extra one for some other character later. That was gross. Come on.
Shower me with
Bakemagu Kenki.
Locked on.
And another 3. Okay, that could be helpful. All right, let's no. What are you missing? Okay, we gotta craft that, and we gotta craft this. Right, you're the cuckoo soarer. For some reason.
Strike a pose. Let my name echo in.
Time to say hello. Not too far now.
Breaking news. Hold that pose. Take me up.
All right, one more run. Got 3, good. That's not.
Time to shine.
Go. You're free now. He's free.
Hard hitting exclusive. Smile. Open fire.
God, I love how fast she makes that. Only 2 that time. Oh, the sword and claymore have the same ability. Great sword with Goodwill Noel. And the Vortex Bind Question person, they did Zhongli dirty. They did. They really did him dirty. And then they fixed his kit, and then they just oh, we got 20 left. We can go do you know what? Why not? We'll do an emblem run. I'm tired of seeing the other domain.
Rain. My hair and feathers are gonna get soaked.
All right. Oh yeah, we have 1 cryo. That's fine. Because we're still using Chaska.
Let my name echo in song. Shout it.
Time to say hello. Farewell.
Breaking news. Say tease. Bullseye. Open fire.
Hold on to your hats.
Time to shine.
Not too far now. Tell me what you see.
That wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. But I probably should have brought Mualani in there instead. And it was Shimenawa's anyway. Not a horrible piece of Shimenawa's, but a Shimenawa piece. Not what we were looking for. Alright, we'll just go to Mondstadt. Oh, I'm still tracking the thing. Hang on. Oh, it was the little squirrel thing. I was like, what the hell sounds like a chicken? Alright, let's see if I have enough. The answer's probably no. I think 2 and I need 6. Blah, 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 blah. Oh my god. I have one pyro, that's it. Okay, what elements am I doing? I'm doing geo, electro, cryo. No pyro? No pyro? No, Dea pyro. Dendros and Hita. Shit, I'm actually using all the elements. All right, let me think. Nahita's will drop hers. I can't remember what the Dorito drops. I do want to say it does drop pyro. Oh, wait, no, I'm not doing all the elements. I'm not doing hydro. So I'm gonna do. Wait, I'm on the wrong screen. Well, no, I was on the right screen. I was on the wrong thing. All right, so we want. Okay, we do have some hydro here. Again, I'm on the wrong screen. I think I did this stupid thing. Yeah, that's only gonna make one, and then I have. Yep. Okay, two. This will. And I still need two more. Ah. The crystals are the absolute worst part about trying to level characters. Absolutely the freaking worst. I ran out of dust. Please tell me I have an okay thing of star glitter or stardust. Oi. Oh, we can. I still have the transient too, I think. I'll double check, but I could use that for Auron's boss too, but I won't worry about it right now. Alright, we're gonna take some pyro here. I'll take half the pyro. Yeah. Leave this screen, because I done fucked up with that. Oh, motherfucker. Wait, what? Sweet, okay. Game. And then it was the... It was just that, right? I know I had enough for this and Auron's, so... I don't know why I blanked on this being a feature. Boop, boop. Who the heck did I... Oh, it's because of her bow. Okay. Alright. Chaska. Final Ascension.
Kindness should always be repaid, and merit rewarded. This is one universal principle that holds true for both the Kukasaur and the human worlds. From this day forth, no matter where you go, my wings and my guns will always be at your service.
All right, we will mark her as done. Or ascended, at least. So the next will be Auroron.
This guy in Natland. What happened now?
Razor. That's right, you're not Razor. Razor has already been done on this one, I think. My main's friendship team has Razor.
Ad Astra. Thank you for complete. Ad Astra.
There we go. Alrighty.
You're high up. Everyone can hear your voice.
Did not take long to go from like 600 of those crystals down to 200. Alright, I do want to check to see if I have it, because I'll just use it tomorrow otherwise. I don't. I did use it. I must have used it in the domain. That is alright. That is A-okay. And we have 60 primos. Awesome. Okay, time to go back to jail.
There's a group of people over there. Let's go listen in.
That's just rude, Paimon.
So I said, that's not a faucet. Hey, who are you two? Why'd you come over all of a sudden?
Oh, sorry for eavesdropping. Sounds like you were talking about something private.
What's the matter? They're just looking to join in on our fun, that's all.
Hey, don't pretend like it's okay for them to just interrupt us like that. Fine. You're lucky we don't mind extroverts that much.
Thanks. You guys are really nice.
You hear that, Quisto? We're nice.
Your expressions tell me you're looking to hear some juicy info, am I right? But before that, it just so happens that I know you two.
Really? Are we that famous?
You're kidding. How often does anyone get a personal tour led by His Grace himself? Practically everyone was talking about it. Word has it that you also caused quite the kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle, you say? It was just a little mistake. Kerfuffle.
A little mistake, huh? I like the way you put it. You see, people with a good attitude can join our group anytime, unlike some of the others here.
Your group?
I'm Quisto, and this is Lavaroon. People usually call us the Bombshell Bros, but don't worry. We're not playing with bombs or anything. It's just that our information is always so explosive, and we blow minds on the regular.
So, you two really like to gossip? Whew, you sure know how to embellish.
No. You don't get it. Knowing intelligence will make things better for you here. For example, knowing who's working with who has the latest rumors, who's not getting along. Wouldn't you like to know all that?
Oh my Archon, I'd love to know. Please tell me.
Whoa, all this info's worth something, you know? You should prove you're worthy of it.
I don't mind him. Quisto's always this way. Just play nice and say something to massage his ego. The welfare meals. Talk about the welfare meals.
We ate the most incredible welfare meal recently.
Right, right. That meal we had yesterday was super delicious. Paimon can still taste it whenever she closes her eyes.
Is that so? To tell you the truth, I've been helping out with making those welfare meals. I've been working as a kitchen assistant for about a month and a half now.
Oh, so you're the one who made those delicious steaks. Amazing. You could be a professional chef.
You are correct. I am a true professional. In fact, I even went to culinary school. But enough about that. Since you like my cooking, I guess that means we share similar tastes. Listen carefully. This little bombshell will help you learn what's really going on here in the fortress.
Huh. Did Lava Rune just wink at me? Oh my. Since he's saying, don't be upset, he's a good fellow.
Listen, kids. The power structure within the fortress is quite complicated. The overworlders couldn't care less about us down here. We're basically dogs to them. You've already met the one person here you should never cross, the Duke, Risley. He knows more than you think. And if he doesn't care about something, then he often doesn't bother dealing with it.
Those who have the Duke's attention get all kinds of special perks, even better treatment in the infirmary.
I know who you mean. It's that Jurier character, right? I don't think there's anything useful about him at all. Why does he visit the infirmary practically every day? Is it normal for anyone to be going in and out of there so often? If you ask me, he's just faking it to get out of work.
But did you know that Jurier was a talented researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute before he came here? There's no denying that.
I don't care if he was a researcher that could turn dirt into Mora. Once you're in the fortress of Meripede, you're just another inmate like everybody else.
Ah, interesting. According to Crystal, a person named Juryu frequents the infirmary. I should take note of that.
Speaking of which, the last time I saw him, he was passing by in the corridor with Lorvine. I also heard they started arguing in the library and got into a fight, right? Guess that's just how terrible of a guy he is.
You mean he hit a woman? Wow, I never imagined he was that bad.
But that Lorvine's also quite the odd one, you know? She's always gabbing away, got into a fight with a man, and she also got sent to the infirmary. Come to think of it, I always see her going to the sick bay every couple of days, too. Huh.
Wait a second. You don't think?
Do you think could it be that they're secretly meeting there to go on dates? But it's really hard to imagine.
After all, I do remember seeing Lorvine beat Jurier to a pulp that one time. And we might be overthinking things.
So Juryu had a confrontation with a girl named Lorvine, who also visits the infirmary. Wow, my brain. I'll remember that too. Good for you, Ether, because I probably won't. Are they both on this floor?
Look, there are some people talking over there. Let's listen in on the conversation.
If you ask me, those pompous parasites on the surface act like they're all a bunch of aristocrats. Do any of them give half a hoot about a bunch of dogs like us?
Hey, speak for yourself, mate. I'm no dog.
Oh, you think you're special or something? If you're here, then you're just a convict like the rest of us. I've heard that even if you're released after serving your sentence, going back to life on the surface ain't any better. Once a criminal, always a criminal. We're marked for life.
I don't buy that.
Hey, how cool would it be if the whole world was destroyed by a giant flood and everyone had to start over from nothing?
What kind of filthy bilgewater are you spewing? I have family up there. You best shut your sewer hole with talk like that.
Okay, I totally did not hear him say build water. I don't know what I heard, but it wasn't that.
Listen, things ain't so great on the surface, but who says that you have to leave? I've heard that you can still stay here and work even after you've served your sentence. Not bad if you ask me. Who wants to live in the ruddy overworld anyway?
And what makes you think they want to hire someone like you? That's one of the great mysteries of the universe, how someone as useless as you is so confident.
Whoa. Sounds like they're really unhappy about the overworld. Speaking of which, Paimon never heard anyone use the words overworld or underworld when we were living up there. Is it only something the inmates down here say?
I think you're right. It's normal for convicts to be unhappy.
That's true.
Alright, are we just going across the way? Yep, you don't get very far when you do that.
Hey, you over there?
Who, me?
Yeah, you. Say, do you like playing card games? You know, like Genius Invocation TCG?
Even people down here play that game?
You TCG players are like mint in the wild, literally sprouting up everywhere.
True.
Hey, come on now. What's wrong with finding fellow Invocation aficionados? Anyway, care to join me for a game?
No, I'll send Sino instead. No thanks. We're busy with other things at the moment.
Ah, all right. No pressure.
But why would you be looking for people to play Genius Invocation in a place like this? Don't people usually come here to fight?
Whether you're throwing down cards or throwing punches, it's all a competition, isn't it? It's all the same in my eyes. There are lots of card players here in the fortress. When I saw you, I immediately thought, hey, even outsiders from other nations play cards. So I came over to say hi.
Would you mind chatting with us for a moment?
Sure.
Great! Since you've been here longer than us, you need to flex your seniority a little bit, right? Maybe you could start by telling us newcomers some stories about this place.
I thought you would have already heard everything by now. All right, then. Did you have anything specific in mind? Or do you want me to just pick a topic?
Why don't you pick? We'll let you know if we've heard it already.
All right. Have you heard any strange rumors since you've arrived?
Yeah, we have.
Ben, did you know that there are some people who are always gossiping over in the corner?
You mean Croissant and Laroon?
Yes, so you've already met those two. They're quite a pair. They always keep an eye out for the latest happenings and gossip about everything. I've never seen anyone with more time on their hands. I heard that there used to be a chef and a bartender before they were sent down here. You know how bartenders are, always chatting with customers. And chefs love to pass the time just hanging out when they're not cooking.
Good to know. Do you have anything else to tell us?
Let me think. Sounds like you want to hear something a little more tantalizing. Oh, did you know that the Duke was also a convict in the fortress of Meripede before?
Huh? Wait, are you serious?
That's right. The Duke was an inmate just like you and me. Seems he was exiled here for committing some crime. Who knows how he ended up rising up to become the warden, though? To go from an ordinary inmate to becoming the manager of the whole place? I'm not gonna lie, I kinda respect that.
By the way, do you happen to know anything about a forbidden zone?
A forbidden zone? Sounds like something that someone just made up. I've never heard of that. Where did you hear about it?
It's just a rumor we've been hearing, but no worries if you've never heard of it. Do you have anything else you can tell us?
Anything else? Not that I can think of, but I'll be sure to tell you anything interesting I hear next time. You'll have to play a game of Genius Invocation with me first, though.
No!
Okay, we've talked to just about everyone, and it's about time for us to go meet Linny. According to the card he left us, we should go meet him in the production zone.
And the production zone, I think, is on the second floor. Yeah. So we'll just follow.
Let's fly.
All right, the stars should appear soon. Oh, there we go. Did that just appear there? I flew by that how many times yesterday? The long elevator ride down. Oh, this just seems counterproductive, doesn't it?
Let's fly.
Huh? That look in your eyes. You found something?
A little something, yeah.
Hey, this is no time to be modest. Just tell him we found a boatload of information.
Shh, Paimon.
As expected of the legendary duo, you have my full and undivided attention. Huh. I'd have never guessed that myself. The rumors swirling about this place are unreliable after all, and Master Child probably went missing because he found a way out. He is a harbinger after all. I suppose he's much more resourceful than I initially gave him credit for.
You struggle to call him a harbinger. That's funny.
Unfortunately, this isn't enough for our final report to Father. We need to find out Master Child's exact whereabouts. Father told me that even though Master Child said he was just coming to Fontaine for a vacation, he actually had some personal reasons. His agenda might be linked to his disappearance.
The most important thing right now is that I reconnect my PlayStation. Give me a sec. I don't know if it's gonna back me out all the way. So I'll be right back. Okay. Let's try reading that again. The most important thing right now is to catch up to him.
His escape route is already flooded, so we'll have to task someone with professional diving skills to chase after him.
Well, when you put it that way, it's obvious that only Fremine would be up to the task.
I want to take control of the dialogue as I don't know if it's gonna TC again.
Bingo! Is he around?
He's working today. Coming here as a group would have attracted too much attention. I'll talk to him about it later.
Please do. We're counting on you.
It's the least I can do. We're all in this together, so it's only fair for us to fulfill our end of the bargain. Honestly, I'm far more impressed by you guys managing to collect all this information right under Risley's watchful eyes.
Collecting information has always been our strong point.
It's like we go on fetch quests.
Now, let me think. To find out more information, Fremine will have to retrace Master Child's original route. And if he's to do that, he'll have to set out on the next pipe cleaning day at the earliest. That's 6 days from now. And after that, he'll probably take another 2 or 3 days to return.
You can even estimate how long it'll take for him to get back?
We've been working together for a long time. We know each other's capabilities like the backs of our hands. Traveler, what say you to meeting here 9 days from now? We'll be able to pick up Fremine while we're at it, too.
Sure.
Oh, and there's just one last thing we'd like your help with. Though we can just sit back and wait for Fremine's report on Master Child's whereabouts, we still need to make more progress on the investigation of the Forbidden Zone. Fremine's no master of disguise. Lynette's still working on getting intel from the other areas, and I'll need to spend some time helping Fremine prepare for his diving mission. So, you are the only ones we can count on.
What do you want us to do? Will it be hard?
Well, I won't call it easy per se, but I think you'll be able to pull it off. Listen carefully. You'll need to find an excuse to get into the infirmary and investigate the room and environs. You've mentioned several sketchy-looking people always meeting at the infirmary earlier, so it probably has something to do with the secret we're hoping to uncover. You've already met the head nurse, so she'll be less suspicious of you. Investigate the internal structure of the infirmary and any active dealings within, and pass those on to me alongside anything else you're able to discover. But also, there's no need to take risks. Don't forget, safety always comes first.
Sounds good. I'll give him my best shot.
Oh, my apologies. I just started rambling out of habit. It was almost as if I was talking to my younger brother.
But that's not a bad thing, right?
But what if I'm the older brother?
All right, then we'll head out as soon as we finish our prep.
No, answer my question.
Let's go our separate ways for now, then. Don't forget, we meet here again in 9 days. Stay safe.
Hey, stay here for now. Paimon will take a peek. There seem to be several people inside.
Let's try to eavesdrop on them first.
Right. I feel like this.
It's not impossible.
So, please be mindful of. It's a bit hard to understand them from here. So, why don't we just try to talk to them in person? Let's go as soon as you're ready. Someone, please help! He's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. The traveler started complaining of a stomach ache, and then nausea, and then collapsed onto the ground. Paimon doesn't know what to do! Freezing limbs, twitching fingers, and pale complexion? Could it be poison? Let me take a look. Please, lie down over here.
My stomach really hurts.
Don't worry, I'll get you to the bed safely. Here, hold on to my shoulder and walk slowly.
Do you want me to walk on my knees there, Siegeween? You're kind of short, honey.
You can do it, traveler!
Thank you. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. You're sick after all. Now, please relax. I'm just going to do a preliminary checkup on you.
Siegeween has taken out a few instruments and begun to do her checkup. I hope I'm not so healthy that she gets suspicious.
I see now. My checkup has confirmed that he's not in any mortal danger. That's our worst fear out of the way. Eh? Oh, that's good. But I'll continue my diagnosis of the patient now. Please, relax and take a deep breath.
She's using her hands to palpate different areas of the abdomen. Seems like she's using elemental energy too. Her expression is growing more and more relaxed.
Don't sense serious damage to your organs either. Does it hurt when I press here?
It's not too bad.
And here?
That hurt a little.
Huh? But based on my initial checkup, there shouldn't be a problem here. Oh, how strange.
Oh no. Wasn't I acting a bit over the top?
What about here? Does this
No.
hurt?
No, not really. Can barely feel it.
Oh. I understand. So that's what it is. I think you just ate something that disagreed with you. That's all. Nothing too serious. Outside of a pretty bad stomach ache when it decides to act up. So that's what it is. Thank goodness it's not anything more serious. And there have been other inmates complaining about the food recently. I'll inform our head chef, Mr. Wolsey, of this problem as soon as possible. Congratulations! The health risk is incredibly low, so you should recover within a couple days. Why don't you take a rest here while I go get some medicine for you? Miss Levine, I'll have to trouble you to help me look after this new patient while I'm gone.
Very well.
And she hopped away just like that.
This infiltration mission is going much more smoothly than I imagined. Next, there are only two people left in the room. See, we just called this one Lorvine, so she has to be one of the frequent visitors to the infirmary I've heard before. But that would that mean that the man next to her is Juriru? Juriri? Jury? I don't remember how to say the name. Your name is Juice now.
Hello. So how are you feeling now?
Still not great. I can't keep staring at her. It'll draw unwanted attention. That guy also seems to have noticed now that he's looking in my direction, too.
His stomach ache's really bad. He was stumbling about the whole way here, so Paimon's really worried.
If Miss Sijuin says it's not a serious problem, then there's no need to worry. She's the best medic we've got down here.
But it also looks like she's the only medic you've got down here.
Well, that's true.
What do you mean, that's true? That's really misrepresenting the situation. Of course I can't speak for the whole fortress, but it's not like everyone imprisoned here is useless, you know? Though they may have committed crimes and gotten locked up here as a result, they still know a thing or two about medicine, and they help Miss Sishuin take care of the sick and injured.
Yeah, you're right. But did you have to lecture me about it in front of another patient? Aren't you a patient too? Where did all your energy come from?
I love how his voice is literally the embodiment of, actually.
That's correct. Sorry, I got a bit ahead of myself.
Are you two also sick?
We've been sick a while. I come back every once in a while for checkups and to pick up the medicines Miss Sijuin prescribes for us. That's just the nature of chronic illnesses. As for her, you could say she fancies herself as Miss Sijuin's capable helper because she learned a bit of medical knowledge ages ago.
Please watch your mouth, Mr. Jurier. Don't forget that you are the primary reason I have frequent heart palpitations.
Hey, don't start arguing now. Please, keep it civil at least.
These two seem to have a pretty terrible relationship. Petty terrible, probably too. And only run into each other because they came here to pick up their meds at the same time. But outside of these two, can't read. But outside of the two of them, there's nothing suspicious inside the room. All the files on the table appear to be patient records, and while there's a box, I can't check it out right now. There also aren't that many furnishings on the wall. Wait, There seems to be a movable hatch on the ground over there.
Hey! There's no need to fight! Everyone will be released someday, so there's no need to argue over silly things like this!
But
Release. It's way too early for us to even think about that. And who the heck knows if we'd even be able to continue our previous lives?
The presence of a movable hatch isn't strange by itself, but perhaps it's my adventurer's intuition speaking. But isn't it a bit strange that there's a movable hatch here in the, of all places? Is it hiding something?
please allow me to end this boring and useless conversation. Oh, and Mr. Jurier, I don't want to see your face here again anytime soon.
And same to you, Miss Lorvine. Anyway, that was more than enough rest for me, so I'm going to get out of this excessively noisy place. See you later, everyone.
He just slowly walked off like that?
That's just what he's like. I'm sorry you had to see all of that. I'm Lorvine, and that's... Well, his name is Jurier, but I hope you'll never have cause to remember his name.
You really can't stand him, huh?
I mean, can you blame me? Who would like someone who's as arrogant and obsessed with weird research topics as he is? But there's no need to keep dwelling on him.
It's like the straight version of Alhaitham and Kaveh.
I'll accompany you two for a while. Miss Seashween should be back soon, and I'm sure you'll feel better as soon as you've had some of her medicine.
Thank you for looking after me.
No, it's nothing.
I'm back! Did you rest like you promised?
I mean, I just sat here.
Thank you for getting our medicine, Miss Seashween.
Did you all rest? I trust that nobody got up to walk around. Good. Here, this should be 2 days worth of medicine for you. Take 1 pill now, and then continue your bed rest. Miss Levine, I left in a bit of a hurry just now. Do you still remember if we discussed the color of the pill that you should be taking today?
I remember. You said it should be yellow.
Did they talk about that before we walked in? Why don't I remember?
Yellow, huh? I understand. These are yours. Please, make sure to go to bed early after taking them tonight. You'll benefit from a good night's sleep.
All right, then I'll also be on my way now. I hope you feel better soon, too.
Thanks.
See ya! I'm going to fill out your medical record now. You're widely known as the Traveler, right? I just want to double-check a few details, if that's all right with you. Those two made quite the commotion just now, so why don't we let the Traveler rest? Paimon can answer the questions instead. So his primary symptoms are abdominal pain with secondary symptoms of nausea. Is there anything else? That's it. All right then. Is there anything we should know besides to take the meds? No, his base constitution is quite good, so I'm sure he'll recover quite quickly after taking the medicine. Please make sure to stick to bland or less stimulating foods, and don't stay up too late at night.
All right, no jalapeno chips for me.
Got it. Paimon will hold the Traveler to that for sure.
Shinjui's still looking at me. I should try to take a nap, like she said.
Oh, you're going to take a nap already? Okay then, you get some rest. We've been to lots of places together. He may look a bit under the weather now, but he's actually super strong. So you're the best of companions. Well, don't worry. He'll recover soon. You're awake. How do you feel? You slept for a really long time, but we never left.
I feel a lot better. Thank you both.
Well, now you can go back without a worry in the world. Remember to take the meds regularly, and don't forget bland foods. Thank you, Miss Siege
Oops. I missed my turn.
You really are something. To be able to fall asleep like that and even sleep talk the entire time, you scared Paimon half to death!
Did I say something I shouldn't have?
No, but you kept mumbling things along the lines of, Pyron, don't take my grilled fish, and put down the Adeptus Temptation now! Paimon talked with Sijuin the entire time you were asleep. She seems like she's just a sincere nurse, and Paimon didn't notice anything unusual in the room. Are you sure we're not going off track with the infirmary?
Are we really off track, though? There are still a few weird things about that place. The movable hatch on the ground, as well as the question Siegween asked Lorvine. And also, were they really talking about their meds before we got in? Oh, and was Lorvine and Juru's argument genuine? Or were we just putting on or were they just putting on a show? Paimon, hear me out.
Whoa, you really are super thorough. All those tiny little suspicious things that Paimon didn't even pick up on. We've got to get the info to Linny.
Oh, well, looks like I missed my window to take out the trash. It's snowing now. The ninth day. Is this where I control from?
Today's the
Not
day.
yet.
Let's go meet up with Linny.
Hmm?
Well,
Did you two run into any trouble over the past few days?
No, we just worked our shifts according to the schedule. Nothing weird happened.
That's good. That means you didn't raise any suspicions when you infiltrated the infirmary. We've taken a look at the slip you've sent. Fremine successfully left the grounds via the pipes 2 days ago, and as of last night, Lynette has also infiltrated the infirmary after faking an illness.
Wait, why is she getting involved as well?
You already went above and beyond when you scoped out the infirmary. To put it more bluntly, even if we were to view that as something you did in exchange for Fremine's help, you've already done more than enough. Infiltrating a guarded stronghold is a different kind of job from a one-off investigation. We want to avoid using the same faces over and over and reduce the amount of suspicion that will fall on any given person. Lynette also felt like you have already taken the first step for us, so she should be the one to finish the job.
So that's what Lynette thinks. Oh, Paimon hopes everything's going well for her.
yeah. I'm unopposed to helping you.
Perhaps that's true. You're both very good people, and we've come to appreciate that more than anyone else. Unfortunately, there's still one thing that could get between us, lest you've forgotten. The matter of our respective loyalties. You've mentioned before that you've had some run-ins with the Fatui. I can understand that feeling, so I assume you're just helping us out of the kindness of your hearts?
Well, everyone could use some more friends. We'll be counting on you to help us in the future, too.
Since I see you as friends, then it's even more important for us to protect you from any peril. Fremine and Lynette feel the same way.
I get it now.
Glad to hear it. Then, let's go check on Lynette before Fremine returns. If everything went well, then she should be wrapping up her investigation right about now.
Is now really a good time to go over?
According to my observations, Sijuin always spends around half an hour away from the infirmary right before lunch. Lynette knows this as well, so this should be a good time to meet up with her.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. Oh, yeah, we heard about that too.
Also, I'm her brother, remember? It's only natural for an older brother to care about his younger sister's well-being.
Okay, then let's head over right away.
Let us fly!
Lynette should be here right now. Huh. Strange. Lynette?
As expected, Sijuin isn't here, but why isn't Lynette here?
Could she have found a lead and left to follow it?
No, Lynette rarely deviates from the plan. We agreed that if she were to make changes on the fly, she'd find a way to let me know. Unless...
Let's see if there are any clues around here. We can look while we wait for her. Who knows? Maybe she'll be back soon.
Okay. None of the beds have any signs of having been slept in, except that one over there.
That's the one Lynette must have used, right? You said she was pretending to be sick.
Mm-hmm. She would have said her migraine was having a particularly bad flare-up. Generally speaking, the head nurse would then ask her to lie down and rest, while she left to retrieve the medication.
But this bed is still unmade.
Which means either the head nurse didn't return the entire time from when Lynette laid down up until she left the bed, or the nurse intentionally left it this way.
Oh no, that's not a good sign. Can I hit this? Yeah, I can hit the hatch.
Ah, this is it. We saw it before.
Wait, this thing? It doesn't look like it's been disguised that well. The space behind it is empty. From its size, I don't think it's an entrance that is meant to be taken apart. There's probably a mechanism around here somewhere. Could Lynette have tried to get inside? But if that's the case, she would have contacted me for sure. Let's look around here for some more clues. Don't panic, just take another look.
The look on Lenny's face. He's definitely beginning to panic. Don't panic. He probably said that subconsciously more to himself than anything else.
There are some books here and a few files. They all look like medical records. Advanced nursing, how to raise the spirit of your patients, a quick guide to the psychology of emotions, and the meaning of laughter. These sure are some interesting books. Who knew Sijuin would be interested in these kinds of things? She even has books on understanding people's motivations and feelings. Is it because she's a Melusine? Or does she have a need to understand her patient's emotional state?
Seems quite normal to me. These are skills that would come in handy for a nurse from time to time.
Hey, you guys, there's a slip of paper over here.
A slip of paper?
It's right over here, and there's a bunch written on it too. It reads, out of respect for your usual practices, I'll use a piece of paper or card as the medium to pass on my message. You may consider this as me giving you my best regards.
This is...
Is that all?
Is there anything on the back?
The back. This is...
Show me! Now!
That look on your face. Paimon's reading it now. Would you care to guess where Miss Lynette of the Fatui could be right now? No. Could she have... Is she already...
Writhely. Did he deliberately leave the infirmary unguarded to use it as bait?
Wait, you mean he was aware of our goals from the very beginning? But why? We didn't run into any trouble last time, and he also never reached out to us since.
Why would you choose to act during our second infiltration attempt instead of a first?
Yes, That is a crucial question. Wriothesley, he doesn't do anything without a clear goal or reason. So this means he had no concerns about your activities from the very beginning. You're not from the same camp as us. You were sent down here by Nervulet, so you have no conflict of interest with Wriothesley. We're a completely different story, though.
Why did he only go after Why did he only go after Lynette? Why didn't he go after you as well?
I'd like to know that too. Why did he only go after her? Don't panic, just think everything over. I have to stay calm. This is not like what happened last time. The situation's different now. Wait, you're right. Oh, wait, but that means the fact that Fremine was able to leave the grounds. Could Wriothesley have let him go as well?
But what does he gain by letting Fremine leave like that?
I get it now. He deliberately made them both disappear.
So he's challenging me and trying to provoke me, I'm sure of it. We never should have sent out Fremine. We had to go through all that trouble to find an opening to sneak him around the guards and into the pipe, and we even thought luck was on our side. If Wriothesley let him leave on purpose, then he's probably in a terrible spot now as well.
Lenny's getting more and more panicked. We have to calm him down.
Lenny, calm down.
Don't be like this, Lenny. Fremine wouldn't have left if we hadn't told you about Child. That was our fault.
No. I'm the leader of this operation, and I'm the one responsible for this team. I was the one who failed to protect them. I'll go talk to Wriothesley.
Hey, don't be reckless! Traveler, please talk some sense into him.
I simply cannot allow Lynette to be abducted again. I have to go. I'll find a way to get them back.
He's rushed out the door! After him!
Right. I feel like we still have some room to make changes on these details.
It's not impossible, but it'll require extensive testing.
Is that so? Very well. Then please be mindful of the time. Huh?
Is someone?
Pack everything up. Whoever's outside is eavesdropping. They'll probably come in once we stop talking. Someone! Please help! He's sick!
Whoa, are you okay?
These two. As expected, they've already found this place. Oh, they are quite sharp. What a delightful turn of events. I like smart people, but I also like playing dumb. I like the feeling of being trusted.
She sounds psychotic in that line, doesn't she?
Oh my! What's wrong, little one? There's no need to panic. Take a deep breath before you begin. Being able to read human expressions is quite the useful skill. Lenny! Wait! It's
Come.
no use. We have to catch up to him.
Come back. I have a gun.
He's already out of sight. How is he so fast? Let's go head him off at Wriothesley's office.
Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Doo-doo.
Come out and face me, Wriothesley!
Aren't we at an administrative office space? Why don't you at least try to follow even a couple rules from the fortress's indoor management regulations?
What did you do to my sister?
I ran into the young miss at the infirmary. I'd heard that she was suffering from quite the migraine, so I decided to invite her over for a cup of tea. I do have some teas in my collection that can work wonders against such an illness.
That is actually very true. If there's caffeine in it, it can do wonders for a migraine.
Stop joking around! Where did you take my siblings?
I have also heard that your performances are quite the spectacle. Miss Lynette would sometimes enter a box filled with water, only to emerge the next second from another place altogether. Maybe she'll appear behind you right now if you were to turn your head.
Is he trying to trick me into turning my head? No, he's probably not looking to attack me right now. All of the hostages are in his hands, and he's even in the mood for small talk. That means Lynette is probably still alive. You knew we were investigating the infirmary from the start, so you deliberately aroused the Traveler's suspicions and baited us into continuing our investigation, just so that you'd be able to kidnap Lynette. As for Fremine, no, you probably didn't even interfere with Child's escape. You let him go, so you could purge the Fatui members that we had planted into your ranks.
There was no need to do so. The fortress of Meripede is a pretty pleasant place. Most people enjoy their lives here. The only ones who act differently are those with personal agendas. It was quite easy to identify your colleagues.
You removed our original members and spread the news of Child's escape so Father would assign our team to come down and investigate. Fremine has also fallen into your hands, right? If you're oh so omnipotent and so in control, why would you need hostages?
One correction. Lynette is in my hands right now, but Fremine is not.
He's not? What do you really want?
Oh, wonderful. Everyone is here, so I'll only need to say this once. Thank you so much for cooperating with me.
Where are Lynette and Fremine?
Eager and to the point, I see. Alas, only Miss Lynette is currently having a cup of the fortress's finest tea. Although, as per your original plan, Mr. Fremine should also have returned to the fortress by now. But he has neither shown up within my gates, nor has he been taken into any kind of custody. So where do you think he may be right now?
Wait, you can't mean you locked him outside in the sea?
I closed the fortress's gate to the outside world. That's all.
Fremine's a star diver, so he should be fine, right?
No, we're still here, so he definitely tried to find a way to come back for us. So we can't assume he might have made a break for the surface.
But why would I do this, you may be asking? To have an audience with you, of course. My intel tells me that Mr. Linney is a great magician, so it's only natural for me to want to have some cards of my own when it comes to negotiating. Besides, I do recall you mentioning to Miss Lynette that you've always wanted to have a face-to-face meeting with the Lord of the Fortress of Meripede, regardless of whether it was in a personal or a professional capacity. Well, you got your wish.
So, you've been keeping tabs on us before we even set foot in the fortress.
Some of my folks just happened to hear a thing or two, that's all. In any case, I will be straight with you. I was willing to play dumb and turn a blind eye, so we had a pleasant few days playing games together here. But once you started focusing on the Forbidden Zone, all of that changed. Mr. Linney, the cards are stacked against you right now. Miss Lynette is in my hands, and Mr. Fremine is still slowly being pickled out there in the brine. You know just as well as I that he cannot last out there forever. You need do but one thing to guarantee their safety. I would like you to contact your superior, and ideally invite her over for a cup of tea with me.
That would have been a scene I would like to see. Arlecchino and Risley.
You want to see Father? But why should she bother giving you an audience?
Well, if she cares for the well-being of her dearest children, she should have plenty of motivation to join me for a parents' evening. I've heard that the bonds between the members of the House of the Hearth are like the bonds of family. I don't see why she would refuse.
Why did you think Father sent us to handle the Fortress of Meripede? This place is basically a no-man's land. It wouldn't be fitting for anyone as important as a harbinger like Father to come here in person.
Oh, I see. So it's because she doesn't care for my place here. That's such a shame. After all, I've amassed quite the tea collection. I was looking forward to sharing it with her. Both Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina have already received many samples as gifts.
Was this the extent of your master plan to get to Father? No matter how much pressure you may put on me, I won't allow you to use us to blackmail her.
You people really are difficult to get along with. All I'm asking for is a face-to-face conversation. Does she truly have no interest in the fortress's secret? Mr. Linney, you have one last chance to invite your father here. If you refuse...
Linny!
Why do you have to do this?
Instead of asking why I'm doing this, why don't you try to see things from my perspective for a second? From the very beginning, the Fatui has been actively infiltrating my fortress. I gave you a warning by cutting off the first few operatives I found, but that only caused you to double down. Had you given up on the fortress then and there, I'd have no reason to want to talk. Mr. Fremenet left the fortress on his own, and Miss Lynette tried to pry out my secrets right in front of me. No matter how you look at it, the responsibility for this falls on you.
I shouldn't ask Father to do anything because of us.
6, 5...
Wait,
2, 1.
What happened to 4?
Time's up. It really is a shame, Mr. Linney.
Risley!
Negotiations have broken down. Please leave, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for my afternoon tea.
Please wait. Can we really not talk about this some more?
Yeah, listen to the Traveler. If you can't talk to Linny, can you at least talk to us?
You do realize that I'm only letting you go because of Neuvillette, yes? You're here helping him out, and I've already done my best to stay out of your way. But that doesn't mean you can just do whatever you want. The fortress may be small and remote, but it still has its own set of laws.
Please spare Fremenet and Lynette.
Then how about this? Those who are capable deserve respect. You've spent quite some time investigating my home turf by now, so why don't you tell me a thing or two about what you found, I'll ask you 3 questions. Answer all of them correctly, and I'll agree to your request. Question 1. Regarding the hidden rules of the production zone, what is the truth behind the one about not being allowed to work for 3 days in a row?
I can't believe he's asking me about the hidden rules. If I recall correctly, if you keep working without any rest during lunch hour on the 3rd day, you will find a portion of strange meat in your welfare meal. It's a good thing we've already run through an investigation on this. Let's see if I can remember all the clues. Should I be able to find an answer if I can piece everything together? So you break a hidden rule in the production zone, the welfare meal might gain some strange meat.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour just before lunch. But what could Sijuin be doing during that time? The Fanta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons will spend them on Fanta. We often see Miss Sijuin observing the prisoners at work near the production zone. It seems like she can perceive the general state of a person's health just by looking at them. Fanta's internal report suggests that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fanta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it. The research notes said that the Melazine race perceives the world very differently from humans. As a result, the Melazines have also developed a sense of aesthetics that appears rather strange and alien to humans. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fanta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well. The research notes said that the
Okay, it has to do with Sijuin.
Fanta's internal reports.
Oh, that's Fanta.
We often see Miss C. I've been told that the infirmary is all.
Yeah, I just flipped the 2.
Ah, so that's what's going on. Paimon understands it now. Who would have guessed? The hidden rule of the production zone. People are not supposed to work 3 days in a row, and if they do, they'll get strange meat in their welfare meal. At first, we thought this strange meat must have something to do with the people who disappeared, but in reality, they were all prepared by Sijuin, the head nurse. She often visits the production zone to observe the workers' health and makes a note of anyone who has worn themselves out after 3 full days of work. Out of her sense of duty as the head nurse, as well as her genuine concern for the workers' health, Sijuin visits the cafeteria right before lunch and cooks an extra dish for those who can use the stamina boost. Sijuin has only the best intentions with her surprise gift and doesn't want anyone to find out about what she does. However, unfortunately, Melusines as a race perceive the world differently from humans, and their sense of aesthetics is even more alien to us. The recipients of her lovingly prepared special meals cannot taste the care within and usually just freak out. Are we on the right track?
Not bad. You've uncovered Sijuin's secret and even guessed her intentions correctly as well. It's nice to know that her efforts have not gone unacknowledged. All right, now for my next question. There are also some hidden rules in the Pancration Ring, including the one that you're not allowed to support both sides of a fight. Why is that?
Hidden rules of the Pancreation Ring. I remember if someone's surprised to support both boxers at the same time, they'll receive a package the next morning that contains a strange blood-colored liquid. We've also done a lot of research on this matter. Let me sift through what I found and come up with the correct answers.
I've been told that the infirmary is always empty for the half hour. Fanta's internal report suggests that they're starting a new trial of an unnamed and unpackaged product. But the product has to undergo a trial because even Fanta's own employees have a lot of reservations about it.
Okay, I'm going to select that, but it's probably in the wrong order again.
We often see Miss C. The Fanta promoter has been struggling because he doesn't recognize the real value of coupons. Meanwhile, the Duke believes that only idiots who don't understand the value of coupons will spend them on Fanta. According to Collins, the Pancration tournament only took place because the Fanta company sponsored it. The company must want a return on their investment as well. The Fanta promoter has...
And I flipped it.
According to Collins, I've been told that the
Oops, that was this one.
Fanta's internal reports...
Paimon gets this rule too now, so there really was nothing to be afraid of. That hidden rule of the Pancration Ring is about how, people are not supposed to bet on both boxers at the same time. And if they do, they'll receive a package containing a strange, blood-colored liquid. People get scared when they see it because they've subconsciously begun to associate it with the missing boxer. But really, it's just a bottle of the latest yet-to-be-named and packaged new Fanta trial product. A blood-red drink. It's no wonder even Fanta's own staff were questioning the company's decision-making. The company, facing backlash from its own staff, decided to try to trial the product on a smaller scale to see how it might be received by customers. They came to the fortress of Meropide and offered to sponsor the Pancration tournament so they could push their new product. But the Duke completely refused to even entertain the idea. The Duke, knowing how valuable coupons are in the fortress, knew that only total idiots who didn't understand their true value would bother buying a Fanta product here. And so, only those who proved their stupidity by being dumb enough to bet on two opposing sides of the same match were selected to receive the drinks.
I acknowledge the effort you've put into bringing the truth of this mystery to light. Although, based on your description, that Fanta promoter is a bit too careless with his words, I may just reconsider my collaboration with the company. All right, and here's the final question. What's the secret behind our head nurse and all of her patients in the infirmary?
We haven't collected enough to answer that question.
Stop your cruel and pointless games, Risley! You know that we haven't finished our investigation, so there's no way we can answer the last question. The thought of sparing Lynette and Fremine never even crossed your mind.
Linny!
You'll pay for this!
Lenny, are you alright?
Oh, close one. I owe you, Siegeween. That was a fantastic shot.
It was nothing, Your Grace. Siegeween? Though this gun may look like a toy, it's actually fully functional, as I just demonstrated.
It blows bubbles.
Siegeween... You...
Are you his accomplice in all of this?
Not at all. I am merely a resident of the fortress, and thus protecting it is my duty. When Monsieur Nervulette asked me to come here, he told me that my job would be to take care of the well-being of everyone here. I am merely discharging my duties. But if you mean what you just said, then isn't Linny someone you should be looking after as well? Isn't he a resident here just like the rest of us?
If you're close to Neuvillette, why not learn a thing or two about virtue from him?
But I really am just doing what Monsieur Nervulette told me to do. Everything I did, I've done to protect them. Had I not, they would be in far more dire straits right now. His Grace knows it too, right? Your Grace? Mind proving my innocence to them?
My dear Siegeween, whatever shall I do with you? Would it have killed you to just wait another minute or two?
Well, it's nearly time after all. The way you do things can be truly frustrating sometimes, Your Grace. I figured I should try to talk some sense into you. What are you talking about? What time?
Take me if you want. Let them go.
How touching. Can you just give me one more minute?
Don't be like that, Your Grace.
All right, everyone, calm down. 2 more visitors will be arriving any time now. I'll go get a cup of tea. Miss Siegeween, I leave Miss Lynette in your care.
You... What are you doing?
I believe I hear footsteps.
Some space, please.
Ah, Miss Clarande. My door.
Fremine... Fremine...
What's going on? What is Clarande doing here?
Work.
I'm sorry about shooting you, Mr. Linny. The tranquilizing effect will begin to wear off soon. Please take it easy in the meantime, though.
What happened to Fremine? Wasn't he diving just outside of the fortress? Why is he looking like this?
These symptoms. It can't be.
A flushed face, an accelerated pulse. He must have consumed primordial seawater.
What did you say?
Please, make some space. I'll need to give Mr. Fremine a more thorough checkup. Your Grace, I'll leave the rest to you.
I'll talk to Clarande while you get Fremine to where he needs to be. Everything else can wait.
Linny's expression looks disgusted. It seems like he'd rather not have Siegeween touch Fremine. Still, he didn't stop her, since it's obvious that Fremine does require urgent care. Siegeween's examining Fremine carefully. She doesn't look too upset, which is a good sign. I hope Fremine will be okay.
How is he?
These symptoms are probably caused by an acute ingestion of a large amount of primordial seawater. Still, his condition is not critical. Of course, it would be best if he stayed for further observation. Let's leave him here for now, and move him to the infirmary once he's recovered a bit more.
I'm more surprised he can sit up.
Sorry. I am aware that the infirmary may not be your favorite place in the world at the moment. We do only have a single clinic in the fortress, however.
Why would he ingest a large amount of primordial seawater after leaving the fortress? How could that possibly happen?
Please, look after Mr. Fremine for the moment. I'll go fetch some medicine and a respirator. Oh, I'll bring Miss Lynette back with me.
Where is she? How is she right now?
Oh, she just took a nap in an empty room after I tranquilized her. If my calculations are correct, she should also be waking up right around now. You might not believe me, but His Grace and I actually made some snacks and tea for her.
Lenny has finally begun to stop tensing at the muscles on his face. It seems that he trusts what Seedween said. Seedween is an absolutely fascinating character. There, Frem.
What's that look on your face? I thought I made good time on the way back.
Oh, I'm just admiring your punctuality. Had you arrived just a few minutes later, Sejuin may have been forced to shoot Mr. Linney again. How's the situation out there?
The water has changed. It's pretty much as expected. The concentration of primordial seawater has increased significantly. I was only out there a short time, so it wasn't too bad. But if one were to stay for any significant amount of time, well, you can see how that boy's doing.
Where was he when you found him?
The abandoned zone at the end of the pipes. A good distance into the water.
Closer than I thought. He must have recognized it early on and tried desperately to swim back.
Locking the door was necessary. I don't think we could have saved two.
Well, I did try to convince him that I had my reasons. Never seems to work, though.
It would probably work on Neuvillette. He has a knack for picking out who had good intentions, even when the outcomes were all terrible.
It's a bad sign if you're having to plead your case to Neuvillette. Want some tea?
Not particularly. If you want to drink some that badly, just say so.
Fine, I'd like to get some tea. Want me to get you a cup too, since I've already made it?
Might as well then, I suppose. Actually, do you have a towel? I would like to dry my hair.
What about your hat? Your hat probably needs to be wrung out.
Linny, are you okay?
I'll be fine. They're all here now. Don't worry about me.
Are you sure? You don't look alright.
My hands and feet are still a bit weak, but that's probably just the residual effects of the tranquilizer shot.
I'm back, everyone.
Lenny! Oh, Traveler, Paimon, you're here too. Fremine? Is he...
He'll be fine. But for now, please help me lift him up.
His breathing's beginning to slow down.
Give me a hand and help me get him to the infirmary.
Yeah, I'll take him from this side. Lynette, together?
On it. Traveler, you seem pretty worried about him. Want to come with us?
Yes.
The Duke and Clarande are gone. They probably went to get some tea. The Duke will explain the truth in just a bit. Miss Clarande will need a break, since she only just returned from rescuing Fremine out of the sea.
Clarence saved Fremine from the sea. Just what happened there?
Let's fly!
Oh, here we go again. Although I do want... Yeah, that's gonna go down. And the infirmary was up. So I wanted the other elevator anyway. Wait. That's not the elevator I want. No, maybe it is. The light's going this way. think it's on the next floor. Like, once I get everything done in the Fortress of Mirapede, I'll probably go get that last tele point. Which I'll find really funny that it doesn't really put me near it.
Take me up.
It's for the Unmasked Comedy or something like that.
He's awake. Fremine, how do you feel?
Lenny. Lynette.
We're all here.
Where am I?
The infirmary at the Fortress of Mirapede, Mr. Fremine, and you are no longer in any danger. How do you feel? Don't push yourself if you're not feeling up to it.
Traveler. Paimon. It's been so long. The sea. There's something wrong with the seawater.
Shh, it's okay. We can talk about it after you've recovered.
No, listen to me. This is really serious. There's primordial seawater mixed into the regular seawater. I don't know why it's there, but no one should touch it.
What happened after you snuck into the pipes?
Pipes. Right, the pipes. It's all coming back to me now.
And we don't get to really do anything with Frem, but he's here.
I'm in. Seems like this pipe hasn't been used in a long time. It looks abandoned. Where could Master Child be?
Oh, what sword is that? That's the Royal Greatsword. I don't think I've ever seen that. Attack percent. Upon damaging an opponent, increase crit rate by 8%, max stacks 5. Huh.
This mechanism looks like it's been tampered with. Could he have done it?
Slapping for 20k normals. No, this isn't your Fremine, honey.
It's getting stuck on something. Seems like I'll have to avoid those obstacles while I turn it.
What obstacles? I was gonna say, there's no... I don't remember there being any chests in here, so I'm not gonna worry about it.
This is where the water starts. Okay. Master Child probably dived into the water. I'll go take a look as well. The vegetation here is a bit more sparse. These traces aren't natural. A person must have left them, and recently. I should be going in the right direction. There are traces here too. I need to keep going. Huh? The traces are gone. But I don't see where he could have gone from here. Wait. What the? My heart is racing, and it's getting harder and harder to breathe. What's going on? No good. I have to get back. They still don't know anything about what's going on. If I turn back right now, I should still be able to make it.
Oh, look how fast his health is ticking. Oh my god.
I can't die here. This is bad. I'm feeling worse and worse, and I'm still underwater. I have to push on.
So, in other words, the trail you were following vanished, and you had no idea where Master Child could have gone. But there was also no obvious place for him to have disappeared to.
That's right. I tried my best to swim back, but I had already put some distance between myself and the fortress, and I just couldn't find the strength to keep going. I probably passed out some time after that, and you know the rest.
Miss Clarande brought you back, but we also don't know why she just suddenly appeared at the fortress, or why she went out to save you.
Miss Clarande, you say? I must go thank her in person.
You're still too weak for Monet. You can go after you've had some more rest.
Miss Lynette is right. I believe Miss Clarande will stay here as a guest for another few days, so there's no need to hurry.
A guest? Then I can assume Risley was the one who invited her to come down here?
You should ask His Grace about that. He'll be able to explain better than me.
Got it. I'll go talk to him.
Yeah, it's about time he actually told us what's going on. Wanna come with us, Lenny?
No, please go on without me. I don't want to leave just yet.
Lenny.
The logical part of my brain is aware that we're safe right now, but I still can't bring myself to leave. Both of you are just in danger.
Understood. Then let's just sit together for a while.
In that case, I'll leave the infirmary to you. The Traveler and I are going to head out for now. As long as you stay in here, I don't think you'll be disturbed.
Thank you.
Aw, Fremine. Alright, so I think we got one more act in the Fortress of Meripede, and then it'll be the last act of Fontaine, if I remember right. If I remember right. But that's where I'm going to leave it today. Who knew I'd actually cut that right at the very end? My normal ending time? Mwah, chef's kiss. But we made some progress. We ascended Chaska. So she's all set. I'm actually kind of curious. Could I bring her to 90? I could, but it would like take Well, you know what? Screw it. We're going to take her to 90. Let's go. She's all set. These are her stats. Good news, you still have audio. Huzzah! That probably helps that I didn't try to mute my mic at all. I am going to have to get one of my little tumblers with the straws and just use that for drinking. Because the reason I keep muting or whatever is because I tend to hit the mic because I just want to drink with my left hand. And I think a straw would alleviate that. But that's so good. But yeah, there we go. We ascended Shaska. She's level 90 now. We're going to be working on Auroron, who is 7 out of 20. I'm going to say that's probably 2 days worth of resin to get to that. I know I have enough to get these, but that's about it. And then after that, we'll do Charlotte. So that's all good. I don't think we got any...
The Steambird is an excellent...
That's wonderful. Let's see. I have 90. And today is the last day. There is absolutely no way I'm getting 10 glitter. So why not, ladies and gents? We'll get some 4 wishes here. On Clarand. Before we send it off for the weekend. Oh, that almost fooled me. Dang it. And last one. See, that PlayStation lag, man. It's just wanting to fool me. Again, we weren't very high. I think we're like at 30 pity now or something like that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then 4. So yeah, we're at 29. 29 right now. We'll get 4 tomorrow plus the extra primos and then whatever else we can get. Hopefully, I'm actually crossing my fingers. Hopefully we'll actually get Clarand because I would like to have an extra DPS. But if we miss out on Clarand, we just use the guarantee on C1 Farina. So thank you all for watching. And she's just gonna yap. No. But thank you all for watching. I hope you were enjoying the Fontaine questline. Again, like, despite the Fortress of Merope just being long with no combat and stuff like that, I love the characters from Fontaine. The voice acting was absolutely superb. Like, you actually felt the strife that Linny was going through and stuff like that. And I love how, like, nonchalant and kind of bitchy that Risley is. Because he's like, meh, I don't care. But I guess that's what it means to be the Duke. And we will continue this on Monday. We'll do our dailies. I'm going to try to get the controller tomorrow. Then so hopefully Tuesday we will start our playthrough of Chrono Trigger. But until then, take care everyone and have a wonderful weekend.